This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about Jalen Hurts being disrespected by New York media. Come on, it's New York media. Also, we got to talk about Sidney Brown. Look like he's almost back. And lastly, James Bradberry to Dallas. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. Before we get straight into it, I gotta say it. Congratulations to Ceedee Lamb. Got his money. Second highest paid wide receiver in the league. We knew this was gonna happen. Jerry Jones should have did this earlier. Jerry Jones even got in his feelings today or yesterday, I should say. He was like crashing out, like cursing and all. He was doing all types of junk in this article that was written by a reporter from Dallas. Like he was going off. And then like 30 minutes later, CeeDee Lamb was paid. So I knew once that article came out, I'm like, either CeeDee Lamb was going to get paid today or definitely tomorrow. And they paid them. They paid them. And again, congratulations to CeeDee Lamb, but this is not a good thing for Dallas. You let your star sit out the whole training camp, and he's gonna get like his first live action during the regular season game. Not good, not good at all. But again, congratulations. He got the money he wanted. Jerry Jones was able to do something with the money. I think they even freed up cap space. It's gonna hit him more on the back end. So we'll see. We'll see how they cap space work out because they still got Michael Parsons to pay and Dak Prescott to pay. So we see how it work out for them. But again, congratulations to CeeDee Lamb. But let's talk about some Philadelphia Eagles. Sidney Brown. Sidney Brown posted a video of him working out 7 months. He put the clock emoji and the hand clap emoji. So it looked like Sidney Brown is fighting to come back. I still believe he will be on the PUP list. He will miss 4 games, and then we got to buy week 5. So I believe he come back week 6. I want to see him and CJ Gardner Johnson on the field. Like that's my dream right now is to see those two dudes on the field because the energy that CJ Gardner Johnson play with, and then the energy that Sidney Brown play with. Yeah, we back at safety. We will be back. I love Sidney Brown, man. I think he's going through the out of sight, out of mind thing because a lot of people talking about, yeah, we got to move Cooper DeJean back there. I'm like, well, what you gonna do with Sidney Brown, a guy you got in the 3rd round? Well, they'll figure it out. No, it's no they're figuring it out. Cooper DeJean needs to be a weapon. Learn what he can learn. I still believe he should be redshirted, but just learn what he can learn. I don't think you should immediately move him to safety, but I'm gonna say this about Cooper DeJean. As far as what I seen, it's a really small sample size. He looked more of like a safety than a corner. Like everybody that was saying, like, yeah, he looked like a little stiff, this and that. I started to see it, but at the same time, that was 1 game, missed a lot of training camp, and it's been a year, so it could have just simply been rust. But back to Sidney Brown, yes, I believe Sidney Brown should be back soon. He should be back soon. And when he's back, he's going to be ready to play. And I think he should start over Reed Blankenship. I know the organization love Reed Blankenship, and Reed Blankenship is really good, but we need Sidney Brown back, not only to start, but to have as depth if you don't start him, because that's how you hold on to guys like James Bradberry too long. And no, we got to let James Bradberry go. We got to let the experiment go. I don't think he was that good during preseason. He was okay during training camp. So we need Sidney Brown back because after the 2 starters, you got Vontae Maddox, who can be decent. I don't think he's a hitter like that, but he could be decent as a ball hawk. But I like Tristan McCullum. Hopefully he makes the team. I haven't seen any news that he got cut, but they did cut my guy Andre Sam. I'm hearing they're trying to bring Andre Sam back on the practice squad, so that's a really good sign. But we need a safety, and when Sidney Brown come back, he's going to be on the tear. He's definitely going to be on the tear, man. So I can't wait to see him come back. But let's talk about my guy Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts being disrespected by the media, but it came from New York Times. It came from that side of town. So of course they're gonna say negative things about Jalen Hurts. And shout out to ML Football. They're the one that put this out, and this is what they had to say. It's a report. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts tends to panic against zero blitz or when a defense shows zero and then drop back. A defensive coach said this could be a serious problem for Philly, being Jason Kelsey is gone and he was the one who managed the protections. According to Via NY Times, that's not a good source. That's not a good source at all. So it probably was a defensive coordinator from the Giants or something like that. So what do you expect for them to say? And to be honest, Jason Kelsey was there last year and we struggled against the blitz. This is no knock on Jason Kelsey. This is just something that happened last year. I mean, the coaching staff, no hot routes, no short routes. They wanted the explosive play every single play. So I think it was more of a coaching mess up than a Jalen Hurts thing. And even Slay talked about Jalen Hurts, and this is what Slay had to say.
He's seeing the blitz way better than he ever did, because we got guys that can make plays and explosive because we had great O-line that can kind of pick up anything. But now they trust Hurts to, make plays on his own without just using his feet, using his mind and beating the defense himself. So that's why I see an improvement in Hurts is that the fact that Kellen got him, picking up blitz is real nice.
You see, yo, Jalen Hurts been working on that stuff. So it's good to hear that we're working that stuff in the playbook, especially with a guy like Saquon. You dump it all to him, he can make things happen. We know how Devontae Smith and AJ Brown is as far as with slants and just getting open. And I think there's going to be more shorter routes and especially utilizing the middle of the field. So the Green Bay Packers, I believe they're going to come out with that strategy because there's really no tape on no team. They're going to come out with the strategy blitzing, and I want to see how we handle it. And if we handle it really well, then teams going to have some problems if we handle the blitz really well because if you do your zone thing and you believe Jalen Hurts can't read a defense, he's going to prove you wrong. If you try to blitz and he beats that, and man, oh man, you're going to have some problems because if your blitz is not working, you try that zone stuff, you still got Saquon in the backfield. So you can hand it all to him with a light box. He's going to get 10, 12 yards. We know Saquon's a big playmaker. Then you try that blitz. You got Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and you could still dump it off to Saquon. Oh yeah, we just acquired Jahad Dotson, right? So you can even dump it off to him, and he can make things happen. So yeah, believe this article if you want. Believe it if you want. I'm telling you, Jalen Hurts gonna prove a lot of people wrong. But I got to talk about James Bradberry. This is like my second video in a row talking about him. But there's a report coming out that James Bradberry, can be traded to Dallas according to Brandon Lee Gouton. I can actually see this happening. This don't feel like clickbaitish. I think he's like guessing, and these things can happen because what Dallas gone through far as with the corner position. But we know Dallas don't really like to give up assets, and if they do, they don't want to give it up to the Philadelphia Eagles. They could be stingy with that, but there are reports coming out. And this is NFL notifications. You guys know I hate using them. I'm not even sure if it's true or not. The Eagles are trying to trade them, but no team wants to take on that money. I mean, dang, if a team could take half of it and we pay the half, I mean, come on, man. But no teams want to take the money because they don't see the value in it. And the Eagles might have to eat that money because I think James Bradberry can get signed. But what teams are relying on is for him to possibly get cut. So you get cut, we don't owe him that money. The Eagles do. And we just put him on the vet minimum or something like that. So I don't know about the Dallas thing because again the Jerry Jones thing, trading, giving up assets, I don't know. But us releasing them, I can see that happening. Hell, if I'm making this video and he's released already, I don't know. I'm in the middle of making the video, so this video could drop and he's probably released, or he's probably on the team. I don't know. I simply don't know. But hey, man, what do you think? And how do you feel about the news today? Jerry Jones that I talked about in the beginning crashing out. James Bradberry to Dallas. Sidney Brown's almost back. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.